guys, today I have another gluten-free Diwali recipe for you all, and this one is for gluten-free kurma. So to make this, I'm starting off with some gluten-free flour, and I'm using the King Arthur brand. Next, I'm going to go in with some xanthan gum. This is what's going to help hold this flour together since it does not contain gluten. So I'm going in with 3 teaspoons of that. Next, I'm going in with 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, or you can use pumpkin spice, 1 teaspoon of elychee, and I'm mixing that in. The elychee was complements of Caribbean flavors. Next, go in with butter and break or cut that butter into the flour. Next, go in with some freshly grated ginger and some condensed milk. The condensed milk is optional if you're trying to keep this diabetic friendly. Mix to combine, and then go in with your fingers because you want to knead this now. So you're going to add enough water to bring this together to form a dough. Now you want to add the water a little at a time because this is not regular flour, so you'd want to take your time, add the flour and mix until it comes together to form a ball. Once it starts to come together like this, place it onto a floured surface. Next, you're going to roll this out to 1/4 of an inch thickness. Now you can see that it's kind of breaking apart the ends, but don't worry, I promise you it's going to come out really perfect. All you have to do is take your pizza cutter or a knife and cut away at those broken edges. And you're going to keep those edges because you'll bring it together to form a ball, and you'll roll it out again to get some more slices or pieces of kurma. Using the pizza cutter, cut this up into strips. You can cut it as thick or as thin as you like. Once you go one way, you want to go the other way so that you can cut it into smaller strips. That xanthan gum really helps hold this flour together so that it does not fall apart. Place it onto a plate, and next we're going to fry this on a medium-low heat until it's light golden brown. You need to fry it on a medium-low heat so that it gets a really nice crunch when it's finished. If you were to fry it too fast, it will get hard and you will not enjoy your kurma. The xanthan gum can be found on Amazon, and I will leave a link for that down in the description box. So once it has this beautiful brown color, drain on some paper towels. Next, let's make the sugar syrup. So in a pot, I have my sugar. I'm adding in some water. This goes onto your stove on a medium heat, and we're going to cook the sugar until it dissolves and then it starts to crystallize. Once it starts to form this light white snow effect like on the outside of the pan, on that inner rim, that's when it's ready to be poured over the kurma. Pour it over the kurma and toss to coat. Now you have to keep turning and tossing so that it coats each and every one of the kurma. Now I like using a plastic bowl for this because cleanup is much easier. The sugar does not stick to the plastic and it's really easy to clean up. You see how that sugar is coating the kurma? That's what you want. Once the sugar has coated all of the kurmas, they're now ready to be served.
Okay, so it was my first time experimenting making kurma gluten-free, so I want to bite into one to see if it still maintains that crunch. Can you guys hear that? So crunchy, so tasty, you'll never know it's gluten-free.
So I hope you guys enjoyed today's recipe. Please remember to like and share the video. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!